It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning and welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm your host, David Stroud, here with Scooter Scott Callies.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, and you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I'm alive. I'm here. That's a good sign.
I know, right? Every day above ground is a good day.
There you go. I like it.
I would have to say, though, every day I'm not scattered on the ground is a good day. Because, I won't be going underground. You know that, right?
That's right. That's right. Yep, I know the story.
Why don't we start the show off a little morbidly, right?
Yeah, you're doing a great job there.
I know, right?
This is a very upbeat show.
Yeah.
If I'm spread on the ground.
How about we move on to, it's Thursday.
It is. It's a nice morning.
It is a nice morning. And we do like to start the show off with a morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. They have 29 in the state and 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. And we sure do appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. We've got a guest coming in, and we'll be visiting with her here in a little bit. So let's pause now for the morning prayer. And dear Lord, please watch over our nation during this time of division. Have said this prayer many a times, and I think I'll keep continuing to say it until these people that have decided that fear-mongering is the way to go, trying to divide us when it seems everybody I know still gets along. And so please, stand by them, touch them on the shoulder, try to change their ways. I would sure appreciate it. And also, it's our 4th day back at school, so keep a watch over our children. And definitely when they're getting onto the bus, I know some people don't like to stop. It drives me crazy. If you would just, get them to stop, that'd be appreciated. In this I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect, said if you need a little pre-need service, you have an idea of what you want to have done, give them a call, 870-425-2161. Always great to have a plan in place. I know Scooter and we've talked about this just about every time we've talked about this, and I'm going to be cremated and let the family choose where to scatter the ashes, but it has to be a beautiful view. That way, if they want to talk to me.
Have you been to Roller? Is your plan in place?
No, my plan is not in place.
See?
And we talked about this on Tuesday.
You never know when things happen.
I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah.
I really am, until it's time to get it done. So I guess it's going to...
I can resemble that remark at times.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's pause now for a commercial from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
And we're back.
I see you at the car.
See you at the car.
At the car.
What?
Don't be left behind like that. Call Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team, 870-405-0793. I still look down at that to make sure I'm saying it right, but I got to have it in here by now. But nobody remembers phone numbers anymore, do they?
No, you got it in your phone. You got that. No, they're
Yeah.
one of my faves.
That thing right there. I tell you what, I just recently learned Carla's number because I thought it was probably a good idea to at least know one.
I think the only number I remember is probably my wife's.
Yeah.
And that's because I got to write it down on things sometimes for her.
And you just, repetition, and just get stuck in the head.
But you just don't need to remember them anymore. They're right there on the push of the button on the phone. And
It leaves room to remember other things.
There you
like
go.
Anniversaries. No, that does that too. Anyway.
Thank you, Lord, it does.
I know, right? Oh, my gosh. Have you ever had it in your mind the day before, all day, and then you wake up the next morning and somehow, poof, it's gone?
Yeah.
But then the reminder comes through on the phone, and you're like, oh, thank goodness. I've done that too many times. Birthdays, too. You think about it a week ahead of time, and then the day it comes,
It doesn't pop in
I
your
don't know,
head.
it just disappears.
Yep.
Let's take a look at the White River.
All right, you got to guess. Is it foggy or?
I'm going to say no. Well, partial. I'm going to say partial, just on the water, a little smoke on the water.
I would say there's not much of that either. There's
just,
a little bit.
yeah.
There's a little bit.
Yeah, off in the
This
distance
is the first
shot.
time we've had a clear shot in a little while.
Has it been on the same?
Yeah,
with
it's been
Bob's?
fog.
Yeah. Beautiful shot of Cotter, Arkansas. They're in Marion County looking into Baxter County. You can find this at retiredarkansas.net. We're off in the distance to the right where you see the little silhouette is Mountain Home, Arkansas. In the middle is Missouri, and off to the left is Bull Shoals, Arkansas. You can see the Rainbow Bridge down there on the White River. Absolutely breathtaking shot of God's country.
Yes.
Yes, sir. You got these shots that'll zoom in here in about 10 seconds, I believe.
About every 10 seconds.
About every 10
to
seconds.
15 they move, depending on the shot.
And if you got somebody on a boat crossing the water, you can just about see who they are.
You can sure see the current on the
Yes,
water
you
going
can.
down. That's cool.
There it goes.
Little closer shot.
And there's a shot of Missouri that zooms in. I swear it zooms in probably 10, 15 miles.
Oh, the Scooter Mountain.
The Scooter Mountain. We haven't seen that in a little bit. It's an unknown name mountain that I have dubbed Scooter Mountain. And so
This is my second favorite shot right here.
it's about to switch.
I
Or
don't
no.
know.
No,
Yeah.
this shot. The other one is
This one's
in
my
the
second.
distance.
Yeah,
yeah.
It goes to the right where you pick up the island and stuff like that. It will be the next
Yeah.
movement after this.
I
but-
can remember when you were in Fargo and I was on your side and I seen that shot and I thought that's the best one.
Oh yeah,
That distance
by
with
far.
yeah, beautiful.
That island.
Because you got the sun coming up over in that area too, and it makes that beautiful yellow, orangish silhouette. Yeah, it's really cool. And you can find this at retiredarkansas.net, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. You can also find their listings. There it goes. Give it a, there. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
It's almost ominous this morning.
Ominous. Is
Ominous.
that our new word for today?
Yes.
Ominous.
Ominous. Find
Oh,
ways to
Lord.
say it at work today.
I was okay with words like hairy, but never ominous.
Oh, don't worry. It's coming.
Oh, okay.
Give them a call at 870-405-0793. They're realtors you'd recommend to a friend. Go to retiredarkansas.net where you can find their listings. You can also find the MLS listings. Look at that. Look how far that zooms in. That is wicked cool. Now you can drive right up next to this area. I don't know what the road is. Do you remember the highway that is that goes right next to the river? There's a little area you can stop and get out and walk up and see what this is. The little island where the water separates. It's really cool. It's just a little relaxing, quiet time if you want to go down there.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
All right, we got weather to do. I know that
Okay.
you just stuck in this moment, but
I got mesmerized.
we thank Bob and Linda Zadora for giving
Yes.
us these
Most definitely.
cameras every morning to look at.
Let's take a look at the weather. Hang on, I'm refreshing the. Let them enjoy that just a little bit longer. There we go. I've got to refresh this every time.
He's
All
struggling.
right. The weather is brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. And Mountain Home, Arkansas is at 65. Harrison at 61. Batesville at 71. Yellowbell at 65. Marshall at 70. Salem is at 62. Mountain View at 70. Calico Rock at 65. West Plains, Missouri at 62. Springfield at 63. Poplar Bluff at 65. And St. Louis at 60. The National Weather Radar shows some activity excuse me, up in Michigan, Chicago area, down southern parts of New Orleans. We've got some activity there on the coast in the Gulf of Houston, stretching pretty much all the way across. You got Houston, New Orleans, over to Florida. You've got a pretty hairy area in Atlanta, crossing almost the entirety of the state of South Carolina, and looks like Arkansas and Missouri is in the clear. Let's go ahead and zoom in. We've got no activity across both states. Oklahoma, Kansas, beautiful sunshiny day, I believe. Weather Nation is rolling. Please hold. And weather news, well, it's taking its sweet time today.
It is.
How about we move on to this one?
Well, that one's going to take its
That
own
one's going
sweet
to take
time,
its
too.
time too. Here, we'll stop it and start it
We'll,
again. Yeah, come back to my beautiful face.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, we've got flood watches in the southern part of Alabama, and it looks like Louisiana, the central part of Louisiana, some parts of the panhandle of Florida, and oh my gosh, I'm blanking on that state right there.
Alabama?
Alabama, Mississippi, northwestern part of Montana, a flood watch.
Nothing in Arkansas.
Nothing in Arkansas. Looking good.
Or Missouri.
Oh my goodness. Or Missouri. Yes, we can't forget about Missouri. We're just a hop, skip, and a jump from them. Today, look at that. Sunny, high of 91. Tonight, clear, low of 65. It's beautiful to sit out on a porch if you got one. Friday, sunny, high of 91. Friday night, mostly clear, low of 68. Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 90. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low of 70. Sunday, we have a 50% chance of thunderstorms, high of 87. Sunday night, a 30% chance of thunderstorms, a low of 70. And Monday, a 60% chance of showers are likely, of high of 88.
Well, they're giving a nice week for the fair.
Yes, they are. That's good, too.
Yes.
Fair deserves to have beautiful weather. Tree pollen today is none. Tomorrow and Saturday is none. Grass pollen today is low. Tomorrow and Saturday is low. Ragweed pollen is high today. Tomorrow moderate, and Saturday will be high. North Fork Lake water level, they're running they're running 0 at 555.69. Level is 3.69 feet above full pool. And Bull Shoals, they're running 2. Water levels at 660.86. Level is 1.86 feet above full pool. And that is a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Go to retiredarkansas.net or give them a call, 870-405-0793. They're realtors you'd recommend to a friend. They are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri, so if you got something right across the border, they can help you out.
They do a great job. They really do. They really support the community. They support the people that they deal with. It's the reason why they won so many awards for their customer service.
That's right. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. We'll take a break and come back with some community news.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you? What?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. And tomorrow night, we have the Bombers versus Nettleton Raiders. So you don't want to miss that. Last Friday was a heck of a game. Wasn't it? Awesome game against Jonesboro. Down at the half, 28-7. End of the third quarter, they're just touchdown. So don't miss the Bombers.
And you guys really need to be there to support them. And if you can't, then tune into XL7-TV or go to our Facebook page, and you can watch the game live. You can see all the instant replays and slow motions and all the stuff that we're bringing to it. So it's pretty cool. It
is really cool. Carla and I have watched it on YouTube. Especially when you guys go out of town.
Yes.
And then sometimes, we feel like just eating, getting takeout and eating at home. We get on there and watch it on YouTube. Really cool.
And there's a number of restaurants. We'll be getting a list together that are going to be playing it every Friday here in town.
Okay.
So.
Very nice. So you can go in, have yourself some food and a drinky drink.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet you it'll be probably Live Edge will be one of them, I bet.
Live Edge, Brick Oven, I know Old Shine Mill.
Yeah. Plenty of options.
Yeah, there is a lot of options. I'll get a list, and we'll go over the lists for everybody. So.
Very nice. Well, if you're thinking about some food this weekend, Rodney Jordan Volunteer Fire Department Auxiliary is having a fish fry fundraiser Saturday, August 27th from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Jordan Station on Jordan Road. They'll have inside seating. Public is welcome. Proceeds will benefit the fire department. Menu includes fish, beans, hush puppies, coleslaw, dessert, soft drinks, and water. $10 per person, and children 5 and under are free. So that's real nice.
Woohoo!
And I hate to say it, but the kitten born with 2 heads did not survive.
Aww.
They usually only make it about 12 hours. This one made it 4 days.
Well, there you go.
So, I mean, it's still pretty cool.
Defied the odds.
Defied the odds for a few days. Yeah. Do all kittens go to heaven? I know all dogs go to heaven.
I have no idea.
I would think so. I think all animals
I'm not
go to
getting
heaven.
into this conversation.
All right. We better take a break.
Hold on. Don't you have a Paul Bunyan?
Oh, sorry.
Think
Paul
we got
Bunyan
another
breakfast.
fresh off the press.
The Knights of Columbus is having its Paul Bunyan breakfast on Saturday morning, September 10th, from 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. The breakfast features an all-you-care-to-eat menu of farm-fresh scrambled eggs, biscuits with sausage gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee, and juice. Your breakfast will be served to you on your table on china with real silverware. All for the family-friendly price of $8 for adults, $4 for children under 12. Proceeds from the Paul Bunyan breakfast go to support local charities. So come on out to the St. Peter, the Fisherman Catholic Church, that was a mouthful, at 249 Dryer Street in Mountain Home, and enjoy a fresh hot breakfast and some good fellowship while making a difference in our community. Takeout also is available.
I heard that breakfast really is good.
Paul Bunyan breakfast. It sounds delicious. It really does. Yes. Check that out. It'll be September 10th.
Okay,
All right.
now we can go on break.
Now we'll go on to a break where we'll come back with Heather Pitman. She's the facility director of the Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center.
There you go.
We'll see you soon.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
What?
Thank you, Scooter.
Anytime.
I'm telling you, if y'all were here during commercial breaks, yeah. Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guest, Heather Pitman. She's with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. She works at the Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center. You're the facility director.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Thanks for coming back on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, most definitely.
Good to be back.
So last night, I usually try to prepare, questions.
Yes.
And I get onto agfc.com, and I see this pop up. I don't know if that's new. It's the Be the First to Know alerts on season dates, regulation changes, top AGFC announcements. And you can choose hunting, fishing, watchable wildlife. You just put in your email address, and you get notifications. Now, does the Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center have a similar email list they can be on for stuff that goes on at your center?
No, we do not, but that would be a great thing to ask.
Yeah.
Somebody, if we could do that.
Yeah.
What we do have is when we add things to our calendar, we have to, everyone registers on something called CalcMe or registered.com. And when you do, that's where you have the links that help you register for the activities that we have going on.
Yeah.
But on our site, we do have a calendar icon, so when we put those in, if you go to our website and click on the little calendar, it shows the things that we have going on where you can register. So, and it looks a little bit different. It should be, see that little calendar by the CR logo?
Oh, this
There's a
one
tiny
here?
little, so if you click on that,
Okay, let's pull that up.
yeah,
There
then
we
it
go.
shows the things that we have going on coming up.
And then
so,
you can view the event and register right here, register now. We'll click that, and there you go.
Yep.
Put in all your information, and then you'll get email alerts to remind you.
Yes, or the person who is, like the person who sets up the program is the one that will email you and let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. It would be nice to have a program where we had those kinds of alerts or text message kinds of alerts, so
Yeah.
maybe that's something that we can look into
Yeah.
in the future.
It's good because, the dentist, I had a dentist appointment, and they will text you 3 times the
Yes.
week before to let
Yes.
you know, and then text you the day of that they're happy to see you. And you're like, oh, I'm so happy to be going to the dentist today.
Well, and if people are like me, I need all the help I can get with reminders.
Oh, definitely.
I need it.
We
So-
were just talking about reminders and anniversaries and birthdays, but you do have some guides here that they
Yeah.
can pick up.
Yes, so we have these are the new guides for this season. This is the hunting guidebook for 22-23 season. We just got these, I think, last week. So if you want one of these, you can come pick them up. We have them at our center. I imagine
one
you can
myself.
have, I actually brought, I thought I brought 2 more, but Calico Rock has some, I imagine, and also I think probably the Mountain Home Office, they probably have them as well. And I was just flipping through it myself, and it's very handy. Just tells you all the things about what we've got coming up as far as seasons go. And I guess in September, I was looking through here, and did you know, I did not know this until recently, well, because I haven't hunted a whole lot yet in my life, but there's crow season.
They have a crow season.
Yes, and I don't really know.
I had no idea.
I
they had
didn't
a crow
either.
season.
I didn't know they had a crow season.
Yeah, there's a
I
crow
don't know
season.
if it's a good idea to shoot a crow.
I mean, I feel like they might come after, like their family might come after them. I don't really know much about crows, but
I don't either. It just, for some reason, in my thinking, it's not a good idea to shoot a crow.
I just don't.
I don't know if it's from
I've
a
never
movie.
tasted crow. I mean, like, you can eat crow, I guess.
Really?
Literally, you could eat crow. I don't know.
Nah,
Anyway, that's
I'm
coming
gonna
up.
pass.
Crow season is September 1st. I don't know.
Very cool.
So rabbit season is also coming up, and then I found I was just looking through this myself, learning some things about how to use this guidebook, because I don't know if we've talked about this, but did not grow up hunting and fishing, but I'm learning. I have actually going to go on my first hunt this month.
Very good.
Congratulations.
For
All
dove.
right.
Dove.
Which we can talk about some dove things as well. So
Sure.
Yeah, so I've been preparing, and it's leading up to this culminating activity and it's not just me. We're going to have a women's group coming. It's all women who have never hunted, getting an opportunity. And
That's
We're
great.
going with dove hunt to start with. So
Yeah.
pretty excited about it. But anyway, there's gray and red fox coming up. Muskrat and mink, bobcat, nutria, beaver, all in September. And then archery for deer starts in September as well, September 24th. So
Very
the
nice.
book is great. I was looking through it today, and I like the way it's got a lot of things. And I think one of the things newly interested in is the WMAs, the wildlife management areas, and what they have to offer for the public and how people can use them for different hunting and camping and fishing opportunities. And I think we're pretty blessed to have these wildlife management areas. So that's another thing that I think is pretty interesting to go through, is looking at the WMA
Definitely.
areas. So
There's
just
a
got to
mountain.
remember, if you're a person that lives in that area or hunting in that area, even though you look up your regulations for your area of the state, you have to look up the regulations for that WMA.
Yes.
A lot of them will have more restrictions.
yes,
And you need to follow those guidelines, not just the overall
Really?
state or your section. Yes, you
Okay.
have to
Yep.
follow WMA guidelines for
Yep.
that area. Whether you live there and on your own property, it don't matter. You still have to follow those guidelines.
Okay.
there's a lot of good information about that in these guidebooks. So which I just discovered myself. So anyway, it's really good. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I don't hunt. I used to go pheasant hunting over in Kansas, but it was more of like fish in a barrel. You have
Yes.
lunch, and while you're having lunch, they go put the birds out, and then they have
Yeah.
hunting dogs that hunt them up, and you just walk around in fields and in tree lines, and it's, it's not
Cheating.
very sporting. Yeah, it's kind of cheating.
Cheating.
So, and I've deer hunted once, and it was really cold. And it was,
Usually is.
5, it was really cold this day. It was like 5:30 in the morning. We were up in a deer stand waiting for the sun to come up. And about an hour goes by and we're freezing. It is really that cold. And so we decide we're gonna go back in. And we're walking down one of these trails that you could fit an ATV on, and a deer just walks right out in front of us. And we're so cold, we just let it walk right on by. You go on ahead. So, but this is really cool, and a mountain of information inside of this thing. I'm kind of looking at it at a graphic designer's aspect and how long it took, because there's so much in here to build this.
Yep.
So I really appreciate that, graphic designer, if you're watching.
and also I know that you can access all this same information on the Game and Fish website on AGFC.
I love the website. There's so much information
There's
on
a
there.
lot. There's a lot, and you kind of have to know what you're looking for. But I think that's the way it is with most.
Oh, most definitely. Once
Yeah.
you have it down of where it's at, that's
Yep.
with any website.
Yep.
It's just click on everything. Go to it. There's
Yep.
multiple pages, but I was on there last night, and they were talking about, let's see, I got it wrote down here. Threatened endangered species partners in bear research. So they're trying to find landowners to help them with doing research with bears. So if they know they have bears on their land, to give Arkansas Game and Fish a call so they
Yes.
can come in and tag them. And they're looking for females especially.
And we have had a lot of bear sightings, and we get a lot of phone calls about bear at
Yeah.
our center all the time.
Do you
So-
over in Neilville? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's one particular bear that's just kind of made its way across through Cotter and into Yellville, and I think it's a young male bear that's trying to find its place in
Yeah.
the world.
So, do bears naturally have an area they stay in? Like
Yeah.
deer, they kind of go in a circle?
I think they do, and I'm not a bear biologist, so I don't want to say,
Sure.
I don't want to say anything incorrectly, but I do know that when you see those young male bear, that's them. They were with their mom, the mother bear, and it's time to go.
Yeah,
and
they branch
she
off.
said, "Get on out of here. It's time to go.
Yeah.
Go to school. Do what you need to do." And they have to find a place, and so their competition with other male bears,
Right.
and trying to find their own place. And so that's one of the things that you see happening when you see those bears is they're trying to find their own area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their own home.
To feel their own niche. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
yep.
Well, it's 7:29. We'll go ahead and take a break a minute early, and we'll come back with more from Heather Pitman of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do. And they also send me a report after all the work is done, so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guest Heather Pitman is with the Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center.
That's right. It's a mouthful.
That one is a mouthful. They're located over in Yellville by the Crooked Creek. If that didn't
That's right. Just go. Yeah, that's right. Kelly Slab Access. That's what a lot of people know it as. So they just go there. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So last time you were in, you talked about a lot of adult programs and youth programs. One of them, you had skeet shooting. So does that continue on for a certain amount of time, or is that a summer program?
No, we still have it. So we don't have skeet. We just have trap. So we're not set up for skeet just yet. And maybe we will have a... There is a difference.
There is a difference?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
tell us the difference.
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that question. Again, this is I'm learning. These are all the things that I'm in the process of learning. So what we have is a machine. The machine is in the, in a shelter. That's not the right word. But so they shoot the... clays shoot out from an arm, so it goes out, right, from one area, and it might go that way or that way or that way.
Okay.
But from what I understand, if it's skeet, I hope this is right, there's like two towers where it comes up, the clays come out from different areas, like they could come from the side and go this way or this way. So we just have the center machine, so it's set up a little bit differently.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't have skeet, but we do have trap.
Okay.
So, but it's still fun either way,
I know of skeet that you have a machine, one that you can just pull a rope and it shoots it.
Yeah.
Another one that's automatic, it feeds itself and just shoots and shoots, and it just you don't know where it's going to be, but you just raise up and aim and fire. So.
And we do not have the speaker ones yet. We hope to get those soon, but we just have a person that clicks the button, our RSO that's up there will click the button and they will get it. But yeah, we are open to the public year round, certain dates. So I can just tell you the dates right now. So we actually have a pretty exciting thing coming up this weekend on the 27th, and that's actually a tournament. We have a trap tournament coming up on Saturday.
Okay.
And we're pretty excited about that. That's going to start at 8:30. So in place of our normal trap day, our normal open to the public day, we're going to do this tournament. And we have 3 competitions and prizes for all the competitions. And we have probably 15 participants so far, but it's still open for registration, and people can register when they get there if they just decide they want to come out and participate. It's just going to be fun. We're going to enjoy it. It'll be a lot of fun. So, and then the next dates that we have, I had those written down. So in September, the dates that we're open to the public It's 9, and that may not be, it's probably not on there, and maybe I should start putting it on there, because that's a little bit different. People call us to register because we have time slots. And so people just call the center and tell us they want to come that day and reserve a slot. And so we have on it's September 7th, 10th, 21st, and 24th. Those are the days that we're open to the public, and it's from 9 to 11, so we have slots of time starting at 9, and people just call us and tell us what time they want to come. And so we offer a couple of it's $5 for a round, so they can come in and buy the round, or they can buy a punch card. We have punch cards, and you can get 10 rounds for $45. So you actually get a round for free, and you can use those anytime. So you can buy them on September 1st and use them until they use up. Then you can get another one. So
very nice.
Yep, it's pretty neat. So that's one thing we have going on. Tonight actually we have a Learn to Burn class tonight. It starts at 5:30, I believe. That's through the private land biology program. So if anybody's wanting to learn how to do prescribed burns on their property, this is the first step to being able to do that, and getting support from Game and Fish, and Quail Forever is pretty involved in that as well. So there's just different avenues, but it helps you know how to do that responsibly, so you don't burn down your neighbor's property and get in trouble.
Because you don't want to just walk out and light your field on fire.
There's a whole lot to it, and so it's really great. And our biologist he's really knowledgeable, and it's always informative and good night. So it's a first of 2. So you have the in-class session that's tonight, and then they have the Learn to Burn 2, where they actually go out and practice an actual burn somewhere. We've had a couple of those, but
it's the best way to learn to burn is to go out and do it.
Yes, you have to do it. So you got to learn how to do that.
You got to learn how to burn.
It's not just lighting it on fire and sitting down with a cup of coffee and watching it burn. That's not the plan. So.
And I doubt it's just like putting a little water around the area that you're going to do. No,
there's so much involved, and you have to know the weather plays a big part. Humidity levels, wind direction. There's so much to it.
Right, because you definitely don't want to do it if it's going to have heavy winds.
Oh no, no, and some.
I'm muted. The people you have to notify. Before you do something like that.
Absolutely. They need to know what's going on.
Because a big venture like that's going to create a lot of smoke, and they don't want to send the fire department thinking that a field is on fire and you're doing a prescribed burn.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. And it's very beneficial. For years and years and years, we all thought, nope, no burning. Smokey the Bear told us, don't have any forest fires. But actually,
it is helpful.
You need them in the right way.
Right.
With the right purpose. Yeah. And so it's good. It's just knowing how to do it properly that's important. So.
Right. Well, as far as I know, out in California, that's why they're having a problem, is they're not doing their burns. They're not getting the underbrush. So if something's to catch on fire, it's just rolling through their forest.
Yeah, anytime you have a whole bunch of dead underbrush or anything like that, that's just
down
tinder,
trees.
Right? So, and I don't know their policies and what they do there, but I just know here, and
I just like to make fun of them.
You've got private landowners, and they get to choose what they do.
Sure.
But if you grew up when I did, it's all trees, as many trees as you can have are good. Fires are bad, and it's a whole lot more complicated than that.
It is.
The understory of the place where you're at. It's important to know how do you promote growth for understory, because you've got animals that feed down there. They can't reach way up high. There's just so much to it. It's very complicated, but important to recognize how to create a healthy habitat for the native animals and plants that live in the area. So
that's why we have an Arkansas Game and Fish
That's
Commission.
right. And and like this class tonight, or any private land biologists are amazing, and they can really help you with understanding how to create habitat on your land. So
you look how beautiful the national forests are around here.
Definitely.
And they do control burns all the time to keep it like that. So like I said, there's a lot of pluses to those burns. It can actually make your area really healthy. But knowing exactly when to do them, how to do it, you want to protect the animal, protect the critters that need that stuff out there, and make it to where it's going to benefit everybody.
Yep.
That's very true.
And it's prescribed, that means like we have a plan. It's a prescription for our property, because they did a lot of work to rehab for quail, and we have quail now, and it's every year you got a certain part of that property that's burnt, and it rotates through. So it's a it's a process. So
yeah,
it was interesting. We were out one day with teaching. It was a prescribed burn that learn to burn too, and we were standing in the middle of between two fields, and one had had a recent burn and one had not. And we're talking about quail and food sources, and Calvin Wakefield, who's our one of the private land biologists around here, said, just listen to where you hear the bugs, where you hear the insects. And on one side you heard them, and on the other side you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all connected to that rotation.
Yeah.
So the food sources were on this side, where they had done the burn at a certain time, and so the next time, which is what we were doing that day, was the next burn. It's so much science. It's fascinating. It really is amazing.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't understand any of it.
I don't either, but I'm learning. See,
That's good.
It's never too late to learn.
Oh, no. It never is. No. And so last night I was going through, and that's what we're talking about, the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission does. Wildlife management, private lands programs, harvest and scientific reports, nuisance wildlife. Now, I put an asterisk by that. What's the nuisance that you have in your area, in north central Arkansas, that you know of? Is it raccoons? Is it?
That's a good question. I think those animals that show up at your place and they wreak havoc on your bird feeders. They steal your dog food. They do all those things. They are a nuisance for us. But if we put food out, those wild animals don't know.
No, they
don't know.
They don't know that it's not for you.
No, and so the first thing you have to do when you're talking about nuisance animals is recognize what are we doing to encourage them to be a nuisance to us.
Yeah.
So we play a huge part in how that happens.
Feeding into the nuisance.
We get lots of calls about and right now it just seems like bear what we hear about. But again, the first step is don't invite them over for dinner. That's the first thing you have to do. I saw a video. There's a person, and this was happened in Arkansas, and I don't have it, but I wish I did. But she put out food for one raccoon. Mm-hmm. And the next night, I'm not kidding, at least 50 were at her door.
The family came. The extended family came.
So many. And the other thing you have to think about is we have, they were, and I'm not trying to sound like they were here first. They were, but there's a balance between habitat and where we live and where they are. And when we build in their habitat, they've got to figure out what to do. They're adapting. They're trying to adapt, and so. They're going to go where the food is. So, but there can become a point where you have to take care of those nuisance animals. And in this guidebook, there's information about what you can do about nuisance animals and the steps you have to take for it to be recognized as a nuisance animal, so that you can actually do something about it. There are things that you have to do to before you do that. Like
you can't
geese
just start
is another one.
Off.
Geese can be a big issue. But again, you have to look at the regulations, and if you don't qualify, you can't do anything about it. So you just have to make sure that you follow the regulations on those as well.
Yeah. I've seen the quick overview, and some of it surprised me because one of them on the list was a squirrel. Yeah. So beaver, coyote, muskrat. I don't even.
Squirrels can be nuisance.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess enough of them. And then nutria.
Yeah.
What's nutria?
It's kind of like a beaver.
Okay.
It's not a beaver, but it's. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know. I'm not versed on nutria, but what I can say is they are sort of like a beaver, and they kind of they're in the waterways, and they're a nuisance. But
so you got a possum.
Yep.
Which we found a baby possum in our trash can in our bathroom. Now we have a dog door. And we have 3 dogs and a cat.
Okay.
Don't know if maybe the cat brought it in there.
Yep.
And staring up at you. Go to the bathroom and you're looking down and you see these eyes looking up at you.
That's shocking.
It was just cool that it was in the trash can. So I was able to just pick up the trash can, take it outside, and let it go.
And you did the right thing. Some people want to try to nurse them to health and.
Oh no! I've got 4 animals. I'm good.
And they don't want to be. They don't. I had a baby possum once when I was younger, and you can't. They're not pets.
No, they're not pets. No.
People ask us that too, and you're like, you're gonna have to just let it go and
let nature take its
course.
It's
okay. It's part of the.
It is.
Circle of life.
It is.
if you will.
With that, it's almost 7:45. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with more with Heather Pitman of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. She's at the Fred Berry Crooked Creek Nature Center. We'll be back.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Heather Pitman of the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. We were talking about all the things that the Arkansas Game and Fish does.
All the things.
If you look at their website, it's a lot.
It is a lot, yep.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of adult programming, and one thing that I make sure I've mentioned before I can't forget, we have something called a Marksmanship Challenge coming up on September 24th.
Okay.
And that's actually statewide, and it's a youth competition. And I think most of the centers are going to be a place where you can compete. We are, and we start. I gotta look up the times, but I want to say it's 10 to 2. But I don't want to. I'm not positive. I might have to double check that. And it
September 24th?
Yeah, and it may be on there, but it may not be on there just yet because that's statewide. So we haven't entered it yet. We do have a flyer, but we've got to get all our sponsors on there. So Daisy is a big sponsor for that, so we're real thankful. But basically, all summer long we had programs. We had a program called Target Tuesday where kids could come and practice different things, and we talked about that. So this is kind of the culminating thing, and all the centers did something similar where they helped youth hone their marksmanship skills. And so this is like the activity at the end. So that's going to be September 24th. And we hope to have a lot of kids come out and show us their skills. And so last time, the hardest one was bait casting. Like the most challenging one we had was bait casting.
What's bait casting?
So where you're at a target, so you have your target and you're trying to use your fishing rod to hit the target. So,
okay.
And it was difficult. It was a lot harder than you would think. We have a slingshot and BB guns and bow and arrow, so archery. So
very good.
Yeah, and we want to be in the turkey trot parade, maybe some others. I don't know. We want to get the winners on that parade so we can kind of.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think so too. So we're really looking forward to that. So that's another thing that we have coming up.
So what's the rifle of choice, I guess, when they're doing the competition?
Well, we provide all the information.
You don't know?
That's a great question.
I don't know it.
If the educator who's in charge of that could probably tell you a little bit better than I could. I don't want to tell you wrong, but we have specific things that we use that they have to use that day. So they use our just to keep it all fair. So we use everything the same, and all the targets are the same.
Nobody has an advantage over the other one.
Right,
it's just got to go by their skill, not what they're holding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah.
With the other thing I was going to ask, which we're on the downhill slide now in time, but threatened endangered species, and there's quite a few. But I was wondering what we had for this area that you know of that people are supposed to leave alone. Do you know? I don't know. I got her again. You said ask questions.
I did, and I'm happy for you to ask questions.
Hey,
and I think the one thing I would say for sure is if you have questions like that, we are so lucky to have the information that we have at the tip of our fingers to ask those questions.
How I was clicking on endangered species list.
I definitely would say we need to be careful and understand bats in Arkansas because there's a lot.
I've seen that on the list.
I would say that's one of our bigger things to look at.
It seems a lot of birds are on the list.
Yes, you have to think about, and again that's habitat. But for bats, that the white nose syndrome is a big deal. We have to be really careful about that. And people don't realize how important bats are. They just think, well,
they are important.
They're very important as far as insect control, and they're pollinators. Some of them are not necessarily around here, but they're very important. Within they have their niche just like everything else. So I would say that definitely is one that I would think about for sure.
The list shows Ozark hellbender.
Oh, I was going to say that one. So that's a salamander.
Okay.
And they're large. They're big salamanders.
Oh, wow.
And they have to have a certain colder water temperatures. They used to be in Spring River.
That's how I was about to say.
But
over in Cotter?
No, Spring River in Hardy, like in the Hardy area.
Okay.
Yeah, so Spring River is a river that a lot of people use. It's a little bit of a party river, I guess. I don't know if that's the right thing to say.
That's why they've moved out.
But it's become a place where there's so much traffic, and the way that they set up their, if they feel they're not going to reproduce, it's not that they get up and leave. It's that they become stressed, and so then they don't reproduce, and then you lose those populations.
Which makes them endangered.
Yes, and they used to be prevalent, but not everywhere. Because in the buffalo, they're not going to be there because the temperature's not right, and the habitat's not right. White River's cold, but it's not the right kind of habitat for them.
Okay.
And so when that happens, that's one of the. Spring River's great. It's beautiful, but that's one very sad story about is that Ozark hellbenders are. And they're huge. They're really big.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're really beautiful.
Think of salamanders, you think?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and they're large.
Yeah,
but they just don't have a place up there anymore. So they're in limited places, which is sad. But,
it is sad. The ivory-billed woodpecker.
Yeah, and I don't know. They talk about the ivory bill, and that's the one that. There for a little while near Stuttgart. It was like, we think we've seen one several years ago, but they haven't seen any since. And I actually got to watch the video of the video that they used to show. We're pretty sure there's some ivory bills down here. And after learning from the people who were experts in that, the ornithologists, that talk to us, I was convinced that's definitely one. So they could be there, but there haven't been very many sightings. But I think there's a resurgence right now. They're saying, well, they may still be down there. But they were believed to be extinct years and years and years ago.
Really?
So when this happened, it was a big deal. So and people get confused. We have a pileated woodpecker that looks a lot like an ivory bill. So a lot of times people will see those and think, oh, that's what it is. But they're different, and the species are different, and there are some distinctions between them. So yeah.
It seems that though birds, and then you got clams. There's now
and
clams.
Again, that's the same thing that. When those habitats become overused by people, they become stressed, and then they don't reproduce, and there you go. And then you've got those invasives that also come in and compete for the same resources, but don't have predators to control their populations.
And they overgrow, and
then you have a big problem that other way as well. Like the snakefish is a big one as an invasive species. So
it seems like water clams, more clams. Crustaceans, fishes, certain fishes, leopard darter, Ozark cavefish.
Yeah.
So, let's see what this flowering plants. There's plants that are endangered. I guess I didn't even think of a plant.
Well, sure, and when you think about plants, if we didn't, it's easy to go, well, it's just a plant, but it feeds the things that we need, and and it's again part of that cycle or that. And I used to be a school teacher, and we used to, you'd play a game where you could set up a web where you had plants and animals all connected, and you can show them how if you lose one population, how does that affect the other populations, and it always does.
It's a circle.
It is very, very important. I always tell people, even people have a lot of fear of snakes. Even snakes have a niche and are important. So
they get a lot of rodents. Like black snakes around your yard are good because they're going to get the little mice and
I was at actually Twin Lakes Church. Was it last week? That's all my weeks have gone together. But and I brought some snakes to show at their lunch. They have a luncheon, and I brought some snakes, and we talked about them. And we have an alligator now, which we don't have alligators in the Ozarks, but they are in Arkansas. But anyway, I always tell people there's no such thing as a good snake or a bad snake. They're just snakes.
They're just snakes. Yeah.
Sometimes they're venomous, and if you're in their
learn
area,
to stay away from them.
Yes, if you see one. It's not out to get you.
No, it's not. In fact, it wants to get away from you.
It doesn't want to bite you, I swear.
Yeah.
But if you, like my mom stepped on a copperhead once and it bit her.
Right.
It's not the snake's fault.
She stepped on it.
She stepped on it, and she was barefoot. So when she didn't see it, it was dark. It was dark, but it again, no such thing. Good snake, bad snake does not exist. Now, do you love to have a king snake in your yard? Yes, because they will eat venomous snakes, which is wonderful.
Right. But then people don't know what that looks like, and they just think bad snake, and they kill it.
Yep. And I think the best thing to do is educate yourself on how to recognize snakes. We talked a lot about the difference between, like, people mistake water snakes for cottonmouths all the time.
Right. Yeah.
But once you learn some distinctions, besides the eye and the head shape, because snakes' heads they'll spread out their head to make themselves look bigger.
Yeah.
So you can't just always use that triangular shaped head. It's really better to look at other distinctions to be able to tell the difference. So it's just being aware.
Yeah, we had talked about that last time, about the way some will be on the top of the water, others will have their bodies in the water, and sometimes you can make the distinction, but
not always, because
they can both do the same thing.
And that's something I've learned too, which I did not know. So that's a
Yep. All right. Well, we've got about 1 minute left, and so let's go over. You tonight. You have the Learn to Burn. Okay, the 27th, the Trap Tournament at 8:30 a.m. And then next month, September 24th, a Marksmanship Challenge.
Yep.
So lots of fun activities over at the Fredberry Crooked Creek Nature.
Yes. Oh, Center. If I have time real fast, on September 29th, we actually have something, it's more non-consumptive, which means that it's not a hunting and fishing, but it's attached to like botany. We're going to do a fabric dyeing class where we're going to be using local plants to dye patterns on tea towels.
Very cool.
Which is on the calendar.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about that as well.
Register for that. Go to agfc.com and click on the calendar and register for that event.
We add things all the time, so just keep looking.
Excellent.
Yeah.
thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Right.
It was
Thanks
fun.
for watching. We appreciate you. And tomorrow we'll be back with Bob Reckenwald with sports. And Scooter. Scooter will be here too.
I'm always here.
Have a good day.